Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are covering the 2015 NHL playoffs. We are talking with maybe the best guy in the business to discuss this with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com, successful professional handicapper for almost 30 years. Right now, we're going to look at the Game 1 lines for Tampa Bay Rangers. Joe Duffy, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you for having me, Peter.
All right, Joe, we have had great calls on the individual games in the NHL playoffs, and we tend to be in agreement. We'll see whether we're in agreement on this one. The line's right now at Pinnacle. Rangers at home, minus 135. On the other side, Tampa Bay, plus 122. And the total is a little bit higher than I would have guessed. It's 5. The under is minus 119. The over is plus 108. And the Washington series with the Rangers was just under after under, right? They went 1-5-1 over under. And then Tampa Bay series against Montreal, despite the fact that Tampa Bay has that huge offense, or had that huge offense during the regular season, also went under in 3 of the 6 games. They went 2-3-1 over under, and those games each went to 3 goals, except for the 2 games that went hugely over. So I'm thinking that the under in Game 1 here at 5 minus 119 might be the best play. Tampa Bay has a big offense, but they also are pretty strong in goal with Ben Bishop. The Rangers probably going to play tough defense, at least for Game 1, which is still their strength. I'm thinking under 5 minus 119. Do you agree with that, Joe Duffy?
Peter, it's tough when we agree with the rest of the world. Sometimes you wonder if you might want to rethink this. I've always said that contrarian betting has been very effective under certain circumstances, but no need to outsmart ourselves. You are 100% correct. The under is clearly the right play. Most of the Ranger games have been 2-1 and even some games lower scoring. We know that their defense has been tremendous. We know that they have possibly the best goalie in the world. Tampa isn't as good as the Rangers are in goal, but Ben Bishop has been sizzling hot. The Rangers, though, have done a very good job. I know that Tampa Bay has that incredible first line with Johnson, Kucherov, and Palat, but the Rangers have done a very good job of shutting down some superstars in the first couple rounds with Crosby, Malkin, and, of course, Ovechkin. So I think this could have another 2-1 game written all over it, maybe even lower scoring than that.
That's what I'm thinking, and I just thinking out loud here. Montreal, as we already discussed, it's not a huge drop down from Carey Price to a Henrik Lundqvist, but it's probably a pretty significant step up comparing the Rangers' offense to Montreal's offense, right? And the Montreal series did go just 2-3-1 over under. So how much of a more formidable offense will Tampa Bay be seeing here against the Rangers?
The Rangers, for 2 years, they've been waiting for Rick Nash to break out. Their former Tampa Bay Lightning player, Martin St. Louis, he's capable of playing a little bit better. One of their new acquisitions, Yandel, he could be a little bit better, yet he's more of an offensive defenseman. So the Rangers definitely have a ton of offensive talent, but their power play has been atrocious. I think the key here, if these games are going to start going over, clearly the Rangers' power play has to get unleashed. And I do think there is a possibility the Rangers might play a little bit more aggressive. They were doing that a little bit more against Washington because I think New York figures they have a big goaltending advantage. So if they can open it up, the Lundqvist will play an even bigger factor. But yeah, the Rangers are very talented from top to bottom for sure on offense.
Well, we will see how this series goes. Joe Duffy is particularly great at making game-by-game adjustments in the NHL playoffs. And for all that, go to OffshoreInsiders.com, Joe Duffy's website. But for now, he and I are in agreement to play for Game 1, the under 5, currently minus 119 at Pinnacle. Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com, thanks so much for doing this today.